Bruchim habayim b'shem Adonai. Welcome in the name of Adonai. Serve God with joy. Enter this chuppah in song. Miyadir al hakol, mi baruch al hakol, mi gadol al hakol hu yiveret chatan v'chala. Most awesome, glorious, and blessed God, grant your blessing to the groom and to the bride. Max and Caryn, welcome to your chuppah, the marriage canopy under which you'll become husband and wife. This frail structure in which both of you stand represents the home that you will establish in your lives together. And although it is new and somewhat fragile now, we know that it will be strengthened and fortified through the years by your bonding love and friendship. As your chuppah offers protective covering to you today and is open to all those whom you love today, it is also open to those of blessed memory: Alan Zeitland, Danny Allen, Edward and Rebecca Rubin Borak, Samuel Borak, Max and Esther Kolofsky, Anita and Marshall Emmer. We pray that your home will always offer protection from the world around, and at the same time to remain open to all for those whom you love. Our ceremony this evening is a celebration of joy, of love, of compassion, and of potential. We will recite many blessings that celebrate the bonding and sacred love that you have for each other, and we'll recall the creation of the world, since our tradition teaches us that marriage is the creation of a new world that you will create together. We pray that the blessings we'll recite and the vows that you will utter will bring to fruition all the hopes and dreams that you hold, that all of us hold. As we will do the first Kiddush, the first cup of wine sanctifies your relationship, a cup that you will share, just as you will share all things from this day on, with love, empathy, loyalty, and compassion. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen.
Amen.
Amen.
We praise you, Adonai, source of life, creator of the fruit of the vine. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu mitzvotav v'hitir lanu et nisuim v'nesuot lanu al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh shemo Yisrael al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin.
Amen.
We praise you, Adonai, source of creation, who makes us holy through mitzvot and consecrates this marriage. We praise you, Adonai, who makes our people Israel holy through kiddushin, the sacred rite of marriage under the chuppah.
Not alone.
Coming soon.
Cliff, nice job.
You probably have to do it.
Take Karen's right next to you, right to her knuckle, okay?
Am I right?
Yeah, right next. Yep, right there. Yep. Repeat after me. Hareat,
Hareat,
mikudeshet,
Mikudeshet,
li,
Li,
v'tabaat,
Vitabaat,
zo,
Zo,
kedat Moshe,
Kedat Moshe,
v'Yisrael.
V'Yisrael.
Behold,
Behold,
you are made holy to me
you're made holy to me
with this ring,
with this ring,
according to the tradition of Moses
according to the tradition of Moses
and Israel.
and Israel.
Here, I'll take this. All right.
Right?
Yeah, right in his fingers. Hareata,
Hareata,
mikudash,
Bekudash,
li,
Li,
v'tabaat,
Beta'abalat,
zo,
Zo,
kedat
Kedat,
Moshe,
Moshe,
v'Yisrael.
Israel.
Behold,
Behold,
you are made holy to me
you are made holy to me
with this ring,
with this ring,
according to the tradition
according to the tradition
of Moses
of Moses
and Israel.
and Israel.
Giggling.
And Max and Caryn, I just want to read some of this beautiful ketubah. Your marriage contract that we've been doing our tradition for thousands of years. Be'echad b'Shabbat asrim b'yom l'chodesh kislev shenat chameshet alpayim v'sheva me'ot v'she'im v'tisha l'berit olam l'minyan she'anu monim kan b'Detroit, Michigan. On the first day of the week, on the 10th day of the month of Kislev, in the year 5779, which corresponds to the 70th day of the month of November, in the year 2018, here in Detroit, Michigan, the groom, Max Spencer Emmer, son of Howard and Eileen, the bride, Caryn Brooks Zeitlin, daughter of Gary and Merlene, consecrate themselves to each other in this covenant of marriage. From every human being, there rises a light that reaches straight to heaven. And when two souls that are destined to be together find each other, the streams of light flow together, and the single brighter light goes forth from their united being. Tonight, under this beautiful chuppah in Detroit, we see this brighter light going forth because of the love that Max and Caryn share for each other. Caryn, Max is absolutely in love with you.
Are you kidding me? So I'm Giggles McGee, Jesus.
He's in love with your humor, but especially your compassion, your empathy to him and to others in your life, and the instant ability to bring people joy and happiness, especially when we need it the most. The Jewish idea of Besheret was somewhat debatable in our tradition, but when Max met you, when Max began to know you, when he began to receive your love and your commitment to him, and your patience, affection, and loyalty, he realized this was our tradition, navigating another Besheret. He jumped right in. Caryn, you get Max. During moments of happiness or during moments of difficulty, you're there for him. You always share a laugh. You will always catch a tear. And this is why he is so crazy about you. You're his best friend, his Besheret, the love of his life, his everything. He can't wait to be your husband. Max, 3 years ago, Caryn's life forever changed as you came into the world. You became her light and ensured her happiness, devotion, love, humor, commitment, and especially strength. She fell in love with you because you love to laugh, you love to celebrate simchas with family, to travel the world, and most importantly, when uncertainty rises, you travel on the same uncertain road together in order to find the certain. Max, Caryn loves that you inspire her. She cherishes every moment that you give to her comfort and support to improve the world. You are her shield, her rock and light. You're always there for her. Last year, the three of us met in your home talking about your wedding. I remember this moment like it was yesterday. I remember you were both so excited to begin your life together as husband and wife. I immediately saw the connection in the room. I noticed how well you both complemented each other. I left that evening thinking to myself that the Jewish world will be even stronger when you will both stand under the chuppah and become this single, unified light. You both have this incredible ability to show the world to each other, and you both strive to create a world radiating in light to fill the darkness. And this week we'll read from Parshat Vayishlach from the book of Genesis. This portion once again reminds us of the trials and tribulations of our ancestors. However, this portion also teaches us that what matters the most is not our possessions, it's not our achievements, nor titles or pursuits. Is that love is everything. When the human condition attempts to exacerbate our imperfections, this parasha reminds us that we must strive always to remember the value of forgiveness and the passion of love we share with our partner in life. And therefore, my final charge tonight, before you leave chuppah as united light, is to celebrate your passion and love that you hold for each other. Remember to keep on laughing. Remember to keep celebrating. Remember to continue to catch cheers for each other. Remember to go in the same realm of uncertainty to find the certain. Our Jewish mystics taught us God creates new worlds constantly by causing marriages to take place. The mystics are clearly right. We see this world tonight. We see this new world shining upon us. And knowing you both, I figured you would want me to end this formal wedding benediction quoting another important sage in your life. And therefore, as the great Rav Matt Patricia once said, deep words, communicating is so key. His wise words remind us to keep on talking about the love that we share with our partner in life. We have no doubt that you both will take this heed to teaching. Mazel tov to you both, to your parents, to your family, and the friends who are with us tonight.
Do as I say, not as I coach.
We don't have to be out in our shorts in the snow.
Take the Kiddush cup, which we've already shared, and we add a little bit to it to add to our joy. As we are about to use the cup for the second time, of course, the Kiddush cup, you know, from the Sabbath, the Shabbat, the holidays, it's a symbol of joy and a symbol of Jewish tradition. And usually we drink one time, we say one blessing. There are two of you, and we share blessings for both of you together. As Rabbi Wright, your dear friend, shared before, we talk about creation. The Sheva Brachot remind us of the 7 days of creation. You begin your marriage formally at the very beginning of this week, as close as we can to the end of Shabbat, as we begin a new week. And before I share a few personal words, we turn to these words from our tradition. And in these 7 blessings, which I'll translate as well, share some of the words of translation, we remember that we are here not only for you, Caryn, for you, Max, for this creation, but reminding ourselves that all couples who stand under the chuppah remind us of the first wedding, the wedding of Adam and Eve, of the first man and woman, and weddings throughout the generations. And we take ourselves back to that moment of creation, and we recognize that we add to God's creation. We make God's world a little bit more beautiful than it already is by honoring and celebrating this creation tonight. The Sheva Brachot, celebrating creation, celebrating this creation before us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol bara likvodo. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yotzer et ha'adam etzalmo b'tzelem demut tavnito v'hitkin lo mimenu binyan adei ad. Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam. Sos tasis v'tagel ha'kara b'kibutz paneha letocha b'simcha. Baruch atah Adonai mesamech Zion b'vaneha. שמח תשמח רים האהובים, כשמחך יצירך בגן עדן מקדם, ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן וכלה. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה חתן וכלה, אשר ברא ששון ושמחה חתן וכלה. גילה, רינה, דיצה וחדווה, אהבה ויחווה ושלום ורעות. מהר אדוני אלוהינו ישמע בהרי יהודה, ובחוצות ירושלים, כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצלות חתנים מחופתם, ונערים משתי נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני, משמח חתן עם הכלה. Second time. We read in part from these 7 wedding blessings. Grant perfect. I'll start in this other place. Start again. Praise you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, creator of joy and gladness, bride and groom, creator of pleasure, song, delight, laughter, love, and harmony, peace, and companionship. O Lord our God, may there always be heard in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem voices of joy and gladness, voices of happiness, voices of bride and groom, the jubilant voices of those joined in marriage under the chuppah, the voices of young people everywhere feasting and singing. Grant perfect joy to these loving companions. As you did for the first man and woman in the Garden of Eden, grant this couple joy. Praise you, O Lord, who creates the joy of bride and groom. So your friend, Rabbi, you call him Rabbi Adam, probably call him Adam, just plain old Adam, Rabbi, right? He spoke about the great wisdom of the word beshert, and I know that's a word that means a lot to you. Even before we come under this chuppah, we were all meant to be here together. Caryn, as you know, I knew your parents, and it turns out that your mom and my wife knew each other even before I had met your parents. And Max, I just met your parents for the first time, and it turns out that 2 weeks ago, and they're neighbors of my wife's also, and we're friends, schoolmates of my wife's brother, my brother-in-law. And somehow, just all meant to be together. And Caryn, you're born within a week of my son, and known him all your life, he all his life. And so it just made sense that we would somehow end up together, had the joy of your being around when you were born, watching you grow up, celebrating with your bat mitzvah, and tonight we have your bar mitzvah talis.
Yes,
so in a way,
you do, yes.
in a sense, I get to be at your bar mitzvah
There we
as well.
go. Round 2.
So,
Round 2.
and by the way, Caryn, you did a great job on the Hebrew, I must say.
Tell her how good I did at the Ufra.
She never told you how well you did at the Ofra?
She didn't give me the credit. Come on, Rabbi.
Max did well at the Ofra.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lighten up, guys. Just have fun. Don't be so serious. I want to share a word also. Besheret, of course, means it's destined to be. And that's one way of looking at marriage. Your souls found each other, and certainly that's very true. But we also know there's another side to marriage equally as important. One is that you found each other and God helped you come together. It's wonderful. But as we read, I'll also share a message from Torah. We read today, this morning, Rabbi Wright was already looking ahead to next week as we should be. But we look back just a step, and we read about a beautiful romance and love and marriage, Jacob and Rachel. They met at the well. Today you can interpret that any way you want. You meet wherever couples meet. You met at the well. And it looked like it was just destined to be. But then Jacob teaches us another message. He was so in love with Rachel, we're going to get married, but he was willing to work. In that case, he worked 7 years. Then he got the wrong bride. You don't have an older sister, so we don't have to worry about that getting mixed up. But he was willing to work. And marriage, as we know, is about this mysterious connection of souls, but it's also about hard work. It's about working to make every day meaningful. Always remembering the love that brought you together, that brought you here to the chuppah and working to make sure that that continues. And you both know already how to work to get what you want in life, that things that are important require hard work. Max, I'm sure this applies to you as well, but I have the joy of knowing Caryn a little bit longer. And Caryn, I know just in your family, the kind of sister, the kind of daughter, the kind of granddaughter that you have been is something that you put love and effort into. And I can only imagine that Max must be someone who works to make things good for the two of you, because you wouldn't put up with anything less. And so it is my joy and honor to have been a part of your lives, to be with my friends, the Zeitlins, and their extended family, and now to call the Emmers my family as well, and my friends as well, and to be joining with your friend, dear friend, Rabbi Wright, to be a part of this beautiful ceremony. We know that God has blessed you so much, and may God continue to bless you with love and joy and peace. One final word, the rings that you wear are a circle. And Caryn, I'm not going to test you, and Max, I'm not going to test you either, but there is a Hebrew letter. If you happen to get it right, you'll really impress us.
No, it's good.
There's a Hebrew letter that's the shape of a circle.
Come on, you know it.
You're saying it?
Samach?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
She got it.
Okay.
And a samach is from a Hebrew word that means to rely on, to depend on. And when you look at your rings, you always know that you have someone to depend on every day. You remember this?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much so.
Okay. This time, I'm going to ask you, we're going to place this talit around both of you. It was made for a single person, and now we're going to extend it into a double. Beautiful words from our Torah. We say the words known as the priestly blessing, but it's not just for the priest, for the Kohanim. It's a blessing that you can use someday to bless your children on Shabbat, when you want to share your hope for anyone in this world. These are words which you can share, and tonight we share them for you. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Caryn and Max, may God bless you and protect you.
Ye'er Adonai panav alecha v'yinuchecha. May Adonai's face shine upon you. May God be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May Adonai turn his face to you and place peace in your midst.
Now you know what happens here, and you know that you don't step before I take my hand away.
I won't hit your hand.
Okay.
Keep it on. Okay.
But we're also, I'm going to say a few words too. So it's not just when I take my hand away, but I'm going to put it down right now. Okay?
You got it.
Okay. Sure?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Caryn and Max, we break a glass. It's an interesting concept. Everything is beautiful, everything is perfect, and we break something. And there's many explanations of this. Some bring it back to the story of the destruction of the temple in Jerusalem and Israel, of course, a very important part of our lives, a part of our world, and we remember there was loss, but really there was also rebuilding, because we don't mourn the loss of Jerusalem, we celebrate Jerusalem. So we remember what once was broken and was fixed. And tonight may be a similar message. We know that in our world right now, you are whole. Everything is beautiful. We've created something new. And we remind ourselves that there are others out there who aren't so whole. There is some brokenness. And this marriage, may your wedding, your marriage, serve to bring joy and peace to others. That will be the last sound we hear. And of course, then we will wish you our best wishes. Before we get to that final step, it is my joy, together with Rabbi Wright, in front of your parents, members of your family, grandparents who can be here, and grandparents of blessed memory, that you have both acted in accordance with the state of Michigan, the laws of Moses and Israel, and what a joy to now call you Chatan v'Kala, bride and groom, husband and wife. Oh, try again. Use the heel.
It's
The heel.
slippery up here.
Mazel tov! Okay.
Here, let's go.
Mazel tov. Mazel tov.
Here, right now.
Careful, careful.
We go last. After all them, okay. Good.